Okay, guys, now that I'm done with, now that I've gone to Mass, we can start this. We can start this. I'm gonna have to explain a little bit of the backstory before, so you can follow along to understand the story. It all started in around February 2009. I had gotten laid off from work about a year ago, like before, and I was just really running around in circles, just content with being nothing really, content with barely even going to class, not having a job, just just moping around. And I don't know, like things just didn't really seem to click around that time. I was what, 22 ish, maybe. Yeah, I was about 22, and I just really didn't really care for anything. So one day in February, I decided to go to Kroger to go get some food because we didn't really have anything I wanted to eat. And well, that's really the starting point of this whole story. I had just gotten into drinking tea. Before then, I wasn't much of a tea drinker. I would drink coffee, especially in middle school and high school, soda, and all that jazz, but I didn't really care for tea. But, I decided to try it out. And I guess you could say, kind of like in a movie fashion, there she was. Someone that actually, come to think of it, the first time I saw her, it really was nothing. Like the whole that was the term. The whole, when you first laid eyes on someone, you fall in love instantly. This wasn't the case. The first time I saw her, she was just another passerby in the grocery as I got my tea. And, well, I guess you could say as I tried to, as I tried to pass her, she asked me to grab something from the top shelf. Me being, what am I, like maybe 5'9", 5'10", pushing it. Her being maybe 5'4", on a good day. And so I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I didn't really think much of it. And so, I grabbed whatever she was asking me for. I don't even remember, actually. And, I handed it over, and that's when it all started. That's, as soon as I gave it to her, that was it. She introduced herself. For the purposes of this story, I'm not going to use her name. For plenty of reasons I don't really want to get into, but we can give her a fake name because of what's my poster in front of me. We'll call her Chrissy, okay? You can see why. Anyway, don't worry about that. So she introduced herself. She's like, "I'm Chrissy, nice to meet you." And I was like, I was like confused. I was like, what? I had no idea what was going on. Up to then, I wasn't very popular among the girls. I wasn't even popular among anyone, really. I was how I still kind of am today, pretty introverted, so I don't really talk to people. So for her to go out there and introduce herself and start, like, all that, and I was like, I kind of had to do a double take. But, anyway, I introduced myself. I was like, hi, I'm Oliver. And even though it wasn't love at first sight, I think that after the first conversation, I started to realize that maybe this was someone special, I don't know, someone that was more than just another passerby, more than just another person I'd never see again, like a lot of other people I met before. Being a rather quiet person and being who I am, I'm not very good at, like, even just friendships in general. It's hard for me to really make friends, so just introducing myself is already kind of hard. I can tell you right now, most of my really close friends, if they're not my family, pretty much introduced themselves to me first. And that's why we're friends. But yeah, I don't know what it was. After I helped her grab that box from the shelf, we just started to hit it off. We started talking. Okay, in 2009, I was 3 years removed from high school, and I was still kind of working on the original version of 8 Minutes. My novel that I wrote after I graduated about high school. And I was so caught up still in that high school life, that marching band life, that when she told me that she was in marching band herself when she was in high school, I was like, holy crap, there's something that we have, like, in common. Growing, like, in high school, I did have someone that I did, I guess, have a crush on, but that's a story for another day. But like, after that, I was really hesitant to date someone in band just because of the fact that I was around them so much that they felt more like my family than anything else. But when I first met Chrissy, it was different because obviously I'd never seen her before. She didn't go to Austin, so things were different. It's going to be weird because I'm probably not going to move on from this point today. I just really remember after hitting it off, that's when I started to really look at her and realize that she was insanely beautiful, that she was, like, jaw-droppingly gorgeous. I was really confused about why she wanted to talk to someone like me that day. But, obviously I'm thankful for that in hindsight. yeah, we really started to hit it off. We started to talk about that. We started to talk about um, other stuff we had in common too. It was going back to that band thing. The thing is, being not trying to be sound conceited or something, but I was in a marching band in high school that was one of the pretty big premier bands in the marching band community in Austin High School. But when she told me where she's from, which I probably don't want to say, let's just say, but for the purpose of the story, I kind of have to, so let's say that it's somewhere in Georgia. If you are a big marching band nerd, you probably can whittle it down to pretty easily to one of the high schools the high school that she did go to. But anyway, so I don't obviously exactly remember everything we said that day, but after hitting it off, I finally did something that I'd never done before. And that was ask if she wanted to hang out again after this. And believe me, I was shaking the entire time. I was nervous as hell. She could probably tell. But yeah, I was like, stiff as a board, but I was like, you want to go hang out? Like, I was stuttering through the whole thing. I was like, I didn't even know what to say. But she agreed. And that's what started me on this journey of ups and downs, really. And that's probably where I'm going to end it today. I know it wasn't very long, and it'll get better, I promise. But yeah, so until tomorrow, thanks for watching.